If I ask you what is common between a cookie, face cream, lipstick, chocolate, ice cream, paint and tire, I'm sure you'd be scratching your head, isn't it? How can you have anything common among all these products? Well, there is one thing common in all of them. They all use chemicals that are also used as additives. And one company that makes these additives is Fine Organics, a company that specializes in oleo-based chemistry. Hello everyone, my name is Sahil and this is my Personal Finance Academy. I recently discussed the Little Champ portfolio of Mr. Saurabh Mukherjea and there were multiple requests to discuss the prospects of Fine Organics in detail. Here I just want to clarify one thing. In my previous video, I wrongly mentioned that Saurabh Mukherjea did his education from London Business School. Actually, he did his education from London School of Economics. Now, before I discuss Fine Organics in detail, let me mention that it is not the first time I am discussing this stock. I added Fine Organics in my list of small cap superstar that was published on February 2021. So that was 2.5 years back. At that time, it was at levels of around 2400. But over the next 1.5 years, its share price kept on rising and touched a peak of 7,000. But then Fine Organics share price corrected more than 40% to levels of 4,000. Although recently there's a very good recovery and the share is trading at levels of 4,800. Still much below the peak of 2021. Now at current levels, the stock is trading at a P ratio of around 24. So it's not that I'm covering Fine Organics just because it is part of Saurabh Mukherjea portfolio. I am covering it because I also see good potential in the company. And in fact, I have personally invested in the company. Now the key question here is, after a good correction, is it worth investing in Fine Organics at current levels for long-term wealth creation? To answer this, we'll look at Fine Organics' business model, key strength, future prospect, leadership, and risk. Finally, we'll try to understand the valuation to conclude if the company is overvalued, undervalued, or fairly valued. Alright, let's get started. Established in 1970, Fine Organics is the largest manufacturer of oleochemical-based niche additive in India and among the top 6 polymer additive producer in the whole world. Now let's try to understand what exactly are these oleochemicals. So in simple language, there are many products out there like your skin cream, hair oil, cosmetics like your lipstick, eyeshadow, etc. that requires oil and fats as raw material. And we all know that these products requires chemical. Now historically, the chemicals used in these products were synthetic that were harmful to both human body as well as to environment. But as the awareness for natural product is increasing, there is more demand for natural raw material rather than synthetic chemicals. And that's where the demand for oleochemicals started increasing. So oleochemicals are basically compounds derived from natural fats and oils that can be used as raw material across a wide range of industries, including your personal care, cosmetics, coating, adhesive, then lubricant, food, pharma, and so on. And Fine Organics is a leading producer of range of additives for your food, polymer, cosmetics, coatings, and so on. Now let us try to understand some of the usage of these additives in simple layman language. For instance, in food, these additives are used in protecting food by imparting anti-staling and antifungal properties in your bread, cakes, and other bakery and dairy products that improve their shelf life. These additives are also used in food for adding crispiness and texture. They also enhance the quality of chocolate both visibly and in terms of smoothness and creamy consistency. Then in cosmetics, these additives are used to offer excellent consistency in cream, ointment, and lotions. Then in feed nutrition, these additives are used in nutritional supplements that facilitate the growth of birds and cattle. Likewise, it has got usage in your rubber industry for shoelace, conveyor belt, etc. Then these additives are also used in manufacturing PVCs and other plastic products along with high quality and safer plastic films used in the packaging industry. Today, Fine Organics produces 470 plus specialty additive in its 4 manufacturing locations along with warehouses in Europe and US. Fine Organics customer base include companies like Coke, Britannia, Asian Paints, Parle, Pidilite, Berger Paint, etc. Company has its presence in 80 plus countries with 850 plus direct customers and over 180 distributors. If you look at the leadership, Mr. Mukesh Shah is the chairman and MD of the company. He has been associated with Fine Organics since 1973. So he has almost 50 years of experience. Then Mr. Jayant Shah is the executive director and CEO of the company. He joined Fine Organics in 1986. So again, more than 35 years of experience. In fact, all the senior leader and board of directors of the company have a vast experience in the industry and are highly competent to lead the company. As far as company's financial performance is concerned, Fine Organics has been on a consistent growth trajectory. Its revenues have grown from 660 crore in FY16 to 778 crore, then 856 crore, 1000 crore, 1100, then 1800, and now latest at 3000 crore. So company revenues have grown nearly 5 times in last 7 years. Although its operating margins are slightly volatile. In FY16, margins were 22%, then fell down to 19%, then again jumped to 22%, 23%, again fell down to 17%, and latest margins are 27%. Now this fluctuation in margin is mainly due to volatility in raw material. Overall, its operating profits have grown from 146 crore in FY16 to 234 crore and now at 829 crore. So it's a fantastic growth, although a bit volatile. Its profit before tax has also increased significantly from 117 crore to 120, 150, 230, then it fell down but again jumped to 352 crore and latest at 841 crore. So FY23 has been exceptional for the company. In fact, its taxation has also reduced over the period, that has further fueled its net profit growth from 76 crore to 618 crore, signifying 8 times growth in profit in last 7 years. Clearly, the growth so far has been fantastic. On profitability, company has always commanded a high return on capital employed of about 20% and its FY23 ROC has zoomed to 65%, which is exceptional. Although company's inventory days have increased in FY23 as well as cash conversion cycle has increased. In terms of cash flow, company is consistently generating positive cash flow from operation that has increased from 45 crore to current levels of 485 crore. So financially also Fine Organics is looking fantastic. Now let us try to understand the future prospects of their business. If you look at the future growth, the demand for oleochemical derived additive is increasing. In recent times, there is a huge increase in awareness towards natural, healthy and environmental friendly products in several industries including your plastic, food, cosmetic, then rubber, coating and so on. For example, in the food industry, due to busy lifestyle, there is an increase in usage of ready-to-eat packaging food. At the same time, there is a huge demand for healthy packaged food. Then in packaging industry, there is a huge demand of plastics for packaging especially from e-commerce companies, but at the same time, there is a high demand for eco-friendly plastic products and compostable bags. Then in cosmetics, there is a growing popularity of anti-aging cream, moisturizing cream and sunscreen, but especially in the natural category. And that's where oleochemical additives would play a crucial role due to its biodegradability and derivation from natural raw materials. Now it's important to understand what is the key moat, that is competitive advantage of Fine Organics. So first moat is around the high switching cost. The additives used in end products goes through a stringent and expensive approval process that leads to high switching cost for the customer. Due to this, customers rely on established player, and that's where Fine Organics has a strong moat with 50 years of experience in the industry with top quality additive. Then second moat is around complex technology. The processes and products in green additive industry are time and capital intensive. That creates a strong entry barrier, and that's where Fine Organics has an early mover advantage with consistent track record of quality products. Then third moat is around highly regulated sector. Since additives have a direct impact on human life as well as on environment, there are stringent regulatory parameters that again create strong entry barrier. So basically there are high entry barrier in oleo-based chemical additive sector due to your complex technology, high regulation, and also the switching cost is high for customers. Since Fine Organics has over 50 years of experience with in-house R&D team focusing on quality products and innovation, it creates strong moat around their business. Moreover, Fine Organics has diversified product portfolio of 470 plus additives including your food additive, feed nutrition additive, polymer, cosmetic, specialty additive with special application across industry. So it's not dependent upon a specific sector. And finally, Fine Organics has a very competent and experienced leadership that would continue to drive its growth in the future. Company is consistently focusing on new product development while improving the process technology as well as exploring new markets and expanding its capacity. Now let us try to understand the key risk for the business. So first key risk is raw material risk. The most important raw material for Fine Organics is oil, like your soya refined oil, palm olive, then sunflower oil, coconut oil, etc. that contributes the most in its cost. Hence, its margins are dependent upon raw material cost. If the raw material cost goes up, it can dent its margin, and vice versa. As you can see on the screen, the raw material prices are volatile between period of April 20 till April 2023. Hence, raw material volatility result in volatile margin, and that is also one key risk with the business. So make sure that you keep this risk in mind before investing. Then second risk is slowdown in consumption. Since fine organics chemicals are used in end industries, if there's a slowdown in end industry, it can impact the growth. But again, the good news is that fine organics is not dependent upon a single industry. So that reduces this risk. Now if you look at fine organics shareholding pattern, promoters are consistently holding 75% stake in the company. So clearly promoters have deep skin in the game. Out of remaining 25%, around 17% is with FIs and DIs and only 8% is with public. FIs have recently reduced their holding in the company, but DIs have consistently added stake in last 2 quarters. So shareholding pattern suggests that institutional investors have a good interest in the company and low public holding is a very good sign. Finally, on valuation, currently fine organics is trading at levels of around 4,800 with a PE ratio of 24, and that looks very reasonable. At one point, its PE shoot up a lot, but now there's a good correction in the share price in last 1.5 years, so the current valuations are looking decent. Today, fine organics commands a market cap of around 15,000 crore that makes it a small to mid-cap company. So overall, fine organics is the pioneer and largest producer of oleochemical based additive in India and a strong player globally. Not only this, fine organics is also among the few players in specialty food emulsifier, along with few players in polymer additive and among few leading players to develop proprietary technology to manufacture green additive. Clearly, the entry barrier in the sectors are also high and company has 50 plus years of experience with strong leadership. Financially also, company is doing great on every parameter and also in terms of valuation it is looking decent. Now tell me in the comment, do you hold this stock in your portfolio? I hope you'll find this analysis useful and also let me know which stocks you want me to cover next. I'll see you in next video. Till then, take care.